The schedule has been released. The 49ers got a bunch of primetime games, and I got my brother from another mother, John Chapman, here. We're going to break down the 49ers schedule and give you our first crack at our record predictions, which means we probably can't change them after this, so it's going to be interesting. Stay tuned. John Chapman will be right here with your boy Breezy. Holla!
Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Breezy this, breezy that. Ain't nobody working like Breezy, and that's a fact.
What's going on, faithful? It's your boy Breezy and the one and only John Chapman in the building. What's going on, John?
Man, I'm pumped. I went to bed with a smile on my face, and I woke up happy, excited to be here in the morning. I got my Wayne Breezy gear on, pumped to talk Niners schedule. We got all kinds of fun stuff we're getting into. This is a good time to be a 49ers fan. There's a lot to be happy about.
Great time to be a 49ers fan. I couldn't enjoy what you probably experienced on last night because I was super busy. It was just like one of those days I have to work, which is what it was. On top of that, the Celtics game was on.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you. We got one more Mother's Day. I feel bad for my mom because unfortunately Happy Mother's Day weekend out there to all the beautiful moms. We truly appreciate your everything that you do for us, our wives, mothers. If just the females out there, you have the mother gene. Happy Mother's Day out there to each and every one of you. And for those who mothers have gone on, we just want to send you love. We appreciate them as well. And our prayers are with you if this is one of those days you tend not to want to celebrate, but we understand. We do understand. John, I'm happy to have you here because I look forward to Fridays because I don't have to plan anything because when you get here, you take over.
It's a problem.
It's a great problem. It's a great problem. It's a great problem. Shout out to the Breezy's bunch out there, as well as the Countdown crew. They're in the building. Eddie Glover is in the building. Shout out to Eddie G. Jax Knox is in the building. Peachy is in the building. All right. Nia's in the building as well. Ronnie 3-3 in the building. My man Terrence is in the building. Marty Marr, 49er Empire. John, let me ask you this. Marty Marr, do you know where that reference comes from? Marty Marr. It's your boy Marty Marr. Let me see if you can get it. It's a TV show. It's a sitcom, came on in the 90s.
Dude, this is my wheelhouse.
Marty Marr.
I don't know.
Marty Marr. Marty Marr.
Martin?
What's up?
Yeah. I watched. Damn, Gina. Come on.
Damn, Gina. That's what I'm talking about. Terradome is in the building as well. Shout out to everybody that's here. If I missed any, Paul is in the building. Shout out to Paul Holt, man. Sad we can't go over there, though, right? We were planning to go to England.
If there's a complaint in this, it's that we didn't get the London game. But whenever you look at the travel, and we'll jump into this, the travel was not set up friendly.
No.
Not friendly.
We're going to talk about that because that's interesting that the 49ers, the way the schedule planned itself out, it makes sense why we still have a difficult schedule. At first, I was looking at the schedule, I was like, man, this is easy peasy.
Yeah.
But then now you got to add in the travel logs. I tell you what, we'll break that stuff down very shortly. Shout out to the Countdown crew. Appreciate you for joining as well. All right, guys, don't forget to like both channels. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels. It's streaming on the 49ers Rush channel, which is John Chapman's channel. It's also streaming on the Wayne Breezy channel. If you're watching on one channel and you're not subscribed to the other, please jump on over, open up a new browser, and have both joints going at the same damn time. Don't worry, your processing can handle it. All right? Just watch it on a different browser. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast as well. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on Spotify. It's on Stitcher and all those other ones, but I only pay attention to Apple Podcasts because this is what I'm biased. This is what it is, what it is.
Bro. Spotify, bro.
I hear you. I don't even know what Spotify is. I pay for it. Don't use it. Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, Apple. Now give me a damn free iPhone. All right, here we go. Don't forget to check it out. Leave the 5-star rating. We appreciate it. We're also on Twitter. Follow Wayne Breezy. You can subscribe to Wayne Breezy as well. Instagram as well. Almost 10K over there. John, do you know your numbers as of yet? You're close. You're getting up there. You're bumping up. Oh,
Eric's
yeah.
crushing it over there. I'll say that.
Eric is holding it. First of all, Eric is managing 2 accounts. He's managing your account. He's managing my account. And this, I don't know where he even finds the time. But shout out to our boy E, man. E Lover. That's what I'm going to call him. All right. And don't forget to check out the exclusive content breakdown over there on the Patreon. All right. Now, John, on this channel, I'm doing a giveaway.
Ooh.
All right, very shortly, because we're almost at 3K. We're about 44 subscribers. So if they're watching on your channel and they're not subscribed to the Wayne Breezy channel, bump on over here. All right, as soon as we hit that 3K, I'm going to be giving away a signed, autographed, I know that's the same thing, it was not a double negative, signed, autographed Elijah Mitchell blackout jersey.
Dude, that is clean. I'll say that. Let me add this. The easiest way to, like, I understand not everybody has extra money laying around to, pay for a Patreon or whatever else. If you do, that's great. But a free way to help support your content creators you like is to go subscribe on multiple platforms. If you don't use Spotify, go subscribe to the show, and then you don't have to do anything else. That helps our numbers, that helps our reach, and it's free. It's a free way just to show your extra support. So go do that. Help us out. Help Wayne out. Let's get to that number so we can get this giveaway in.
Free 99, guys, for a free 25 jersey. All right. So check it out, man. It's dope. You know where we get our stuff from. All right. And it's authentic and it's going to be fun. You guys are going to love it. I promise you. It's pressed up, packaged, and ready to go. I'm ready to give it out. Got to get to that 3K very shortly. All right, John, let's go ahead and get down to the kit and caboodle, or like I like to say, the nitty gritty. Let's talk about rookie minicamp, because rookie minicamp begins today, John. And I'm super duper ooper excited for rookie minicamp. Why? Because we get a chance to see these rookies go out there and kind of like make a name for themselves a little bit early. John, what takes place at rookie minicamp? Some of us don't really know. We just know that a bunch of players got a bunch of new numbers. We'll go through the numbers. We're going to play a little game with you guys. But John, what takes place at rookie minicamp?
It's really interesting because there's nothing else in football that's really quite like it. This is an opportunity for guys to kind of stake their claim and show I belong here. Now, it's twofold. For your third round picks and maybe even your fifth round picks, like Jair Brown, Jake Moody, Cameron Latu, those guys, this isn't a big deal for them. Like, for example, I think it was the New York Giants. They didn't have any of their first, I think, 4 or 5 draft picks dress. They just, like, for the rookie minicamp, they said, y'all don't even dress. This is an extra tryout period. You see all the invites, which, Wayne, you do better than anybody, I think. This person got invited to rookie minicamp. This person got invited. This is a glorified, undrafted free agent tryout to see who fits the culture and practice habits of the 49ers. So your top guys, nobody really cares too much. Like, I know we want to put the emphasis on Jair Brown and all these guys. Probably not even going to do much. This is late round draft picks, 7th rounders, undrafted free agents who will go through, and then all those guys fighting to show out in front of their coaches that, hey, I belong for that back end 90-man roster spot. So not as exciting. This is just a depth thing just to catch the eye. But yeah, excited about this. We've got football playing. We've got Niners out there practicing. Going to be a lot of fun. But again, this is to catch the eye to see who belongs.
I like that. To catch the eye. That's the name of a show, John. Put that on the shirt. Catch the eye. It's not the eye. We're going to do something different from the eye of the tiger. We're going to catch the eye. All right.
Real quick, you said eye of the tiger. I have no choice but to tell this story. I'm so sorry. I hope this is okay. My high school football team, which we were terrible, Castleberry Lions, Fort Worth, Texas, we were awful. The one thing that was awesome, we were the Lions, but our fight song was Eye of the Tiger. And our band was like all state. We were one of those schools with a better band than a football team. You know what I'm talking about? Which hurts to say as captain of the football team. But we would play Eye of the Tiger for opening kickoff every time. And we would sync it up with, like, as it was going. And as the kickoff hit, it was just like, boom. I still get chills. I love Rocky. Eye of the Tiger is like, it's embedded in my soul, man. So you kind of triggered me there. I'm ready to run through a wall right now. Just the Eye of the Tiger mention.
So interesting.
I'm ready to go.
That you use that, and that's a great story. And so now I got to give you some history on the song, because I wouldn't be able to do.
Pour it on.
Yeah, okay. So Eye of the Tiger. Do you know who was supposed to be originally recording that song?
Was it Queen?
It was Queen.
Yeah.
And Freddie Mercury said, "Hell no, this song is whack." And then a garage band by the name of Survivor got a hold of it, sent in their demo, and gosh darn it, what a big hit. And I know Freddie Mercury is probably rolling over saying, I'm a freaking idiot. Don't get it twisted. Freddie Mercury made some of the greatest music of all time.
Yeah, it is.
But what a cool story. What's going on, Aaron? What a cool story, though. It's funny that you mentioned that. Yeah. So Eye of the Tiger, I'm a big Queen fan. And so when I heard Survivor singing the joint, I'm like, I can hear Queen actually killing this. You know what song they ended up going with?
No.
We will rock you. Now, which song was bigger?
Rock You was bigger. Queen was bigger at that time.
I don't know.
No?
That's a tough question. That's tough because
I'm voting for Eye of the Tiger, but I have no choice in this matter. I have no choice.
Eye of the Tiger reached Hollywood status, and it still resonates. But We Will Rock You is the only song I know with 0 instruments, bro. It's stadium claps and stomps and voices.
That's pretty clean.
It's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. Pretty clean. All right, man. Just a little quick thing. We always go music on this show. I get it though. We're supposed to. All right, John. Let's talk about these rookies. They got some numbers. We're gonna play a little game with the rookies. All right. So the rookies got their numbers. They're all below on the end. On the bottom of the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little pop quiz. What movie is that from? Pop quiz.
Pop quiz, hot shot. Speed, baby.
I just wanted to make sure you were on point. There's my ding ding. All right, here we go, John. Ronald A. Watt is wearing number 35. So what John has to do, now these numbers are subject to change due to if they make the actual roster, things like that, it'll trim down. So you're gonna see doubled up numbers and etc. Right, John? Well, your job is, or your task, you have to try to give me a player that has worn that number prior that's had some significance with the 49ers. And we're going to see what they say in the chat as well. All right. So we'll leave the.
I love stuff like this because numbers matter. Numbers matter. They really, really do. I know. I don't know if when you play football and you wait in line for your number and somebody snags the number you wanted in front of you as a freshman, that is just like, oh, it hurts your soul, man. Because I wanted number 40. I don't think anybody got number 40 on this.
That was my number.
Yeah, William Floyd, baby.
William Floyd, baby. I wore that in high school, too. That was my number. They used to call me 40 below because I used to get down, tuck it in, and then I used to wear the 40 below shoes as well. I had style back in high school, man. 40 belows, Herman Survivors. It was on. All right, John, you ready? Ronald A. Watt, number 35. I believe he's the only rookie wearing number 35. Give me a player who wore number 35.
And we're doing our 94 watch parties weekly, going through all the 1994 season. And it is, I walk away shocked every single week by Dexter Carter, like the return specialist from the 94 season. There we go. What's up, Ramley? I appreciate that. Dexter Carter was he was fire, man. Now, he did fumble a lot, a whole lot, but
he was tiny, too.
Electric, man. He was
quick. Do you get any Ray McCloud vibes out of Dexter Carter? Or was he was different? He was more of a running back than a wide receiver.
He was more shifty and slender, which is weird because Ray's smaller and compact. He was way more bendy, if that makes sense. And so I'm trying to think of somebody else that kind of like, it's kind of hard, but man, he was one of one. And just as soon as that ball got in his hand, it was just excitement every time for one team or the other. It wasn't always for the 49ers, but it was fun. It was fun every time he touched it.
I'm going to go with this guy, Eric Reed. Shout out to Michael Hurd. This is who I was thinking of. He was the most recent number 35, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of who wore it after Eric Reed. I thought he had a good impact on this squad for a while until
he was a Pro Bowler his rookie year.
Was right. That's right. Shout out to Alex, Michael Hurd, Eric Reed. I didn't think Hugo. Eric Reed. Oh my gosh, your avatar is fire. If you did that, send me a message. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you're not on my channel, but get on my channel, find a way to get it. I like that. Let's keep it moving. Robert Bill Jr. 5th round draft pick.
Oh, yeah.
Number 33.
The easy answer, I'm not going to go with. I'm going to go the other way. So let's look at some of these players that kind of came out of that. There's a bunch. I'm looking through the list now. Yeah, oh yeah, we got to stick with the position, baby. Again, Randy Jackson. What about Randy Jackson right there, man?
That's a
Back in-
classic.
There we go.
That's
I'm
a
going Randy Jackson 33. I had to
That-
look that up, by the way. So
Hey,
I
man,
do not
listen.
want to take credit for I didn't know that on the fly.
That's a classic. Why is the only number? All right, so 33, only person wearing 33, Robert Bill Jr. Why is the only person that comes to mind? And I'm probably wrong, but didn't we have a player named Tony Parrish?
Yep.
Was he
Yep.
number 33?
I'm not. Yes, 2002 to 2006. Tony Parrish wore 33.
I have no idea why his name came to my mind because I don't think he had any significance with the San Francisco. I don't know if he did anything. I just remember he played safety, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you remember another 33 that just jumped up? Do you remember the praying mantis, Rashad Robinson?
Oh
with all
my
the pass
God.
interference penalties? Do you
I
remember
thought he
that,
wore
dude?
35. I
think he
thought.
might. I got 2016 to 17, 33. but
Okay,
he
you're
might have
probably
changed
right.
it.
I do remember him. He sucked.
Gosh, man.
We went through some years. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We got two rookies, John, right now. That is wearing number 28. All right. You got your 7th round pick, Ronnie Bell, and you got your 5th round pick, Darrell Luter Jr. Give me a 28. Please don't take mine because it's the only one I can think of. But let me see who you got.
This one's gonna hurt. This one's gonna hurt. We had him for 1 year, and I was so excited when we got him. I was so excited. It just completely flamed out. Nnamdi Asamoah. You remember him?
He wore 28.
Nnamdi. He did.
I thought he wore 24.
2013.
He was terrible. Yo, he went
So
from
bad when he got with us.
John, here's why. And this is why they need to go and subscribe to your Patreon because you do these type of breakdowns. No, seriously. You break down man versus zone. He was a man corner and we played zone. But the thing was, even if they allowed him to play man, he kept getting beat. He was fast and kept getting beat.
Fell off a cliff, man. He was amazing with the Raiders. Then he went to the Eagles and sucked it up, I think. Then he came here and sucked it up.
So we should have knew he was going to suck it up because he went to the Eagles and sucked it up.
Yeah.
I don't think we should keep saying the word sucked it up, but no, seriously. Wait, he did, Felicia? They did a movie together, didn't they? I thought they did a movie. I didn't know he was married to Kerry Washington. Well, you know what, man? Well, you know,
Salute.
that's a
One of us
scandal
wins,
right
we
there.
all win, man. That's what's up.
Nnamdi, you sucked, but you probably sucking right now on something different. I can tell you that. All right. Thank you, Felicia, for that tidbit. I know they did a movie together because he was like super skinny in that joint. All right. This is my guy, Maui. I was going with Carlos Hyde, and I just mentioned him the other day because I was hoping when we did your show. Yeah. I thought we were going to play the Vikings on opening night, and that was the one night. If you didn't know who Carlos Hyde was from The Ohio State, that night you knew he was meant to be a 49er. Like
those two opening season games. Do you remember those?
Yes,
he was
I do.
Fire. And then outside of that,
downhill.
mm,
He must. It's just who he was. You know, just not a good running back for the system. I don't know if it was the system or if it was him. But when he went to Jacksonville, did he get better?
I don't
care.
think so.
All right, we'll keep it moving. Jair Brown. Our 3rd round pick that we jumped up is wearing 27.
There's a lot of those. And let's stick with the safety. CJ Spillman, you remember him? South Carolina.
Hell yeah.
Right?
You
CJ.
can't ask me if I remember him. That was the gunner of all gunners. He made me want to get a gun tattoo. Yo, you want to talk? He sucked at safety too, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
He did.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead. He was a hitter. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I liked him. I liked him. He was tough, man.
We let him go to Dallas in free agency, and then he kind of like tailed off. But and it was because they made him. I mean, the reason why we probably moved on from him because he couldn't play the DB part. But if you're gonna take up a roster spot, you got to be able to play a position and the special team. That's the extra. But that was CJ Spillman. I can't think of another 27. Give me another one.
Well, we just had Dante Johnson. You're right. Like that's another one.
I'm sorry.
That stands out.
Sorry, Dante.
The funny thing is this: Dante Johnson. You know, he's with the team for so long. There were two things about him. One, I felt like he got put in a lot of bad positions, and that was rough on him because he shouldn't have been an outside corner for the second half of his career, but we kept putting him there and he kept getting toasted. But such a positive influence on the locker room and the team. I love that dude. I really hope he comes back coaching in the Shanahan loyalty program. But there were some dark times, but I try my hardest to focus on the positive, and I really do like what that guy brought. I really, really do.
So if I was to go with a 27, it's just two guys because they both didn't play much. But I'm going to go with the player we used to call AK-27. And I had him on my show about almost a year ago. His name is Adrian Colbert. I don't know if you remember him.
He's a Longhorn, baby. He was a Longhorn before he transferred. Yeah.
Adrian Colbert. I thought he had a great rookie year. And they must have asked him to do something different, or the system changed. And next thing you know, it was just downhill. It just wasn't the same. Interesting.
He's such a good dude, man.
Great
Such a
dude.
good dude.
Great dude. Great dude. All right, fullback, Jack Coletto, number 49. Is this like the template number for the 49ers, 49?
Yeah, it's a weird number. I don't really like it a lot, to be honest with
It
you.
should be a great number, right?
Should be. But like you're looking at these numbers, and I hope I don't steal we don't know what each other's answers are.
No, we don't.
Great player, terrible human. But
Damn
yeah,
it.
I'd say
Damn
one.
it. Yeah, same one. But it's funny because the only thing that made him a terrible human, John,
We're
was
talking
when
about
Bruce Miller. Let's talk about it. Yeah, everybody's talking about Bruce. Let's talk about Bruce. The thing that made him a terrible human was the fact that somebody showed up to his hotel room and he beat the shit out of him. I think that's kind of what happened.
It was like some old person. I think it was awful. I don't want to get a lot into it.
I don't want to get into it, but don't show up to somebody's room.
Now, some other guys who wore it last year, Trenton Cannon. You remember when we thought Trenton Cannon was going to be a thing?
He was a thing until he got the concussion.
Yeah, that was a bad one too.
He was the thing. I mean, pause. He was gonna be something. That's what we mean when we say thing, guys. All right. Jeez. We got some Earl Coopers. I don't even know who that is, Andrew Martinez, but appreciate it. Earl Cooper.
1980 to 1982.
Dude, I was just born.
Yeah, it's before our time a little bit, but that's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. That's why we had them here.
Yeah. And you said just born. Andrew's holding a baby in his AVI. I love it.
Look at the correlation, and John with the quickness. They're giving us some good answers in this chat too. Some really good answers that players I've never even heard of. Like 27, they went with Carlton Williams, Dwight Hicks.
There we go. See, I love this stuff, man, because I don't know the old stuff.
Right.
And like, I want to learn that stuff, and I need to get better.
This is why we're here. Well, we're getting better right here on international television on YouTube, right?
There we go.
Let's go with Jalen Graham at 50. I'm curious to know who you're going to pick at 50. I'm sure you're going to pick mine because there's only one number 50 that comes to mind.
No, I'm not. Oh, man. The guy that breaks my heart. I ain't saying him.
Who broke your heart?
Oh, Chris Borland. I thought that was Gibby. Chris Borland. And I say broke my heart just out of selfishness. I have nothing wrong with his decision.
Yeah.
But like I thought he was the next amazing linebacker. Then I thought Reuben Foster was the next amazing linebacker. But little did we know it was Fred Warner that was going to be. But yeah, Chris Borland. I'm looking at these numbers from 2015 to 2016. We got it for half a year. That's all.
I love it. I love it. Chris Borland. A lot of people remember Chris Borland. Borland was the tackling machine. I mean, if you needed a tackle, his brain was a heat-seeking missile for the football. So wherever the football went, his brain had a heat-seeking tracking device in it that followed the football, and then he made the tackles. I'm going with my man Maui. So Maui and I are like inter-soul connected because Gary Plummer is the one that I bring out. When we got him in 94, he's a free agent from the San Diego Chargers. We brought him in for that year, and my biggest memory was that goal line stop. I mean, he stood up somebody on the goal line, made him fumble. We picked up the ball. I think we returned it. I can't remember if we returned it or not. But yeah, Gary Plummer, number 50 would be mine. Ooh,
here's
Derek
some
Smith.
of the most recent guys who have wore 50: Michael Dumfor, Alex Mack, Hronis Grosjew, Nick Boyle, Brock Coyle, Yeah, there's
We had a
that
Nick
number's
Boyle
being-
and a Brock Coyle.
There we go, man.
Okay.
Nick Ballore, sorry. Nick
Oh,
Ballore.
okay.
might have said
I'm
it
about to say we had a Nick Boyle and a Brock Coyle. That's cool. All right, let's go to the next number. So 2 players are going to wear 49. That's Jack Coletto and Deshaun Jameson. All right, number 36, Kaylan LeBourne, the running back
Oof.
out of Marshall.
There's not that many 36s.
It's only one I could think of.
You got to go with the neck, right? Is that who you're going to go with?
I was going to go. You go with the neck, then I'll go with the
Jordan
other
Hanks,
guy.
baby.
Yeah,
Jordan Hanks.
you go with the legend. The legend always is dope. You got the legend. Great guy too, by the way. Great guy. Got a chance to meet him. I'm gonna go with Marcel Harris, the safety converted to linebacker.
Energy.
Energy sucked at pass defense. Was great at tracking down the ball. But that's the guy. But like I'll go with Marcel Harris. So we went with both safeties, Merton Hanks
We did.
and Marcel Harris. Pretty
But
good.
that's a safety number. Like if you Dante Johnson wore 36
He wore
for a while,
36.
Shante Spencer, Jason Webster.
All safeties.
Yeah. There's a lot of those.
Let's go. Jared Hayne. What number did Jared Hayne went?
The Hayne train.
I don't
another
think he
bad
wore
person.
30. Did he wear 36? Can't remember what number he wore, Alex. We'll look it up though. We got you. What's going on, Travis King? I see you, baby. Let's go. Number 81.
Yeah, 38. 38.
He wore 38. Right. He was the 38 special. 81.
81. I don't want to go.
I'm
not
going
doing-
TO. So bump it. You can't take mine. I don't need no computer to tell me.
I'm looking these up, man. Because I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy.
Nope. I'm done with you. We the crash test dummies, but I know this
love
one.
T.O. I don't. He pisses me off. I'm still
Why?
mad at T.O. I'm still
What did
mad
he do
at
to
him.
you? What did he do?
He forced himself off the team.
Because he wasn't getting the goddamn. The team didn't want to have 2 number ones. They didn't want to recognize that he was a number 1. I know we still had Jerry.
No,
I get
Jerry
it.
left first. Jerry left first.
Then what? Well, T.O. just.
I'm gonna go with the ultimate teammate, in antithesis to Terrell Owens, Anquan Bolden.
Oh, what a great pick! Oh my gosh!
Got the
Well,
bell. I love it when I get the bell. It means so much to me.
listen, when we got Anquan Bolden, the Niners were dangerous.
He was fun, man.
They were
So
dangerous.
fun.
And it's because he played violent. I swear that's Deebo Samuel right there as the wide receiver. He doesn't have the big body frame. Well, they might have the same type of frame now that I think about it.
I feel like we could do a whole episode on these 81 numbers. Can I do a quick run through of some of these badass players?
You never have to ask.
This
This
is
is your
awesome.
show. Right.
All
go
right,
ahead.
Tyler Croft, Andrew, I get it. Ha ha ha. And again, let me say this: Croft was a good player all year. Just remember that bad play at the end, and it was a
But-
bad play.
But
but he
no,
was
but
not a
no,
bad
no. Like we now, I keep every time I watch it, I don't see how it was a bad play.
Yeah, pump the pat. There's just 5 things went wrong with a split second.
That's what
Yeah.
it was, but it just wasn't on him. I mean, he pushed the motherfucker all the way outside. He
Yeah.
pushed him as far outside as he could. It's just the dude had enough bend and speed to still get around him.
Yeah.
And get it. If Reddick bites a half a second, you said a half a second on the Debo decoy, just a half a second. The play was developed to go down the field.
It would have been a touchdown.
I'm sorry.
But
I don't know why he ain't on this team no more. So I guess the 49ers felt it was
I'm glad
bad.
he
too.
got signed. I think Miami
did.
signed him.
The
I'm glad-
Dolphins.
I'm happy for that.
He's a Dolphin.
Oh, here we go. 81s. Trent Sherfield, Jordan Reed, Jordan Matthews, Trent Taylor, Rod Streeter, Garrett Selleck, Brandon Jones, and Antonio Bryant, Rashawn Woods, Ed McCaffrey. Like these names, Ken McCaffrey, Willis McGahee played with the Niners for a little bit.
He did? He wore 81?
Yeah, Willie.
Oh, Willie. My bad.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, like there's
Didn't-
just so many guys that are on here.
Did you mention the Selleck dude?
Yeah, Garrett Selleck. Freaking love
We got
it,
the
man.
wrong Selleck too. By the
Yeah.
way, we needed
He
the
was
other
a
one.
baller. He was a baller, but he wasn't.
81 is a good number. Let's do a show for the Patreon called 81 and we'll do it together.
I hate the way 81 looks, but yeah, you look at these names, it's just like, ooh. I don't like the way 81 looks. I don't
Really?
like that number.
I like my 81 TO 75th anniversary
I don't
jersey,
like
mother
T.O.,
sucker.
man. He's amazing. He's amazing.
61, John. We're on
Amazing.
61. Corey Luciano.
I do like this name.
The name is
love it.
fire. I feel like
Every day.
I'm from Hoodlum or something. Lucky Luciano.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Maybe he'll be lucky
here.
and make the team, John.
I feel like this name was.
There's only
played
161,
longer.
John. There's only one.
I'm giving it to you. Yeah, I walked down the hotel room one day, and Wayne's sitting in the lobby talking to the number 61. He's sitting there talking to him.
Well, you were taking too long, John. You told me to be at the hotel at a
Wayne
time.
earlier than me. Something went wrong.
What happened was my Uber driver came a lot quicker than what I had expected, and I got there early. But yes, Jesse Sapolo. If you guys don't know who he is, what a great man. Just a great person. And sitting talking to him, his wife, it was just amazing. And we weren't talking about football. We were talking about what the hell we were going to eat for breakfast type stuff. Those are the conversations that I will always cherish. He was a great dude, gave me his information, and I just suck at reaching out to people. So that's why you never see people on the show. I'm terrible at it. But yeah, Jesse, I'm bad at it, John. I'm scared. I'm bad. I'm all those things. But Jesse Sapolo, that's the 61, and it's ironic. Corey Luciano is going to be wearing that number. All right, let's go to number 60. We didn't do this number yet, and his name is Ilm Manning.
I freaking
another
like his name.
Another center.
I like this. There's not a lot of guys, but of recently, you got to go Daniel Brunskill.
Brunskill, the Brunskill. I have to ask you this question because we're getting ready to get to the schedule in a quick short period of time. When we play the Rams, we no longer have Brunskill, John. What are your thoughts on that? Like, Brunskill's gone. He was the Aaron Donald neutralizer.
Well, I went back after the draft and I was like, okay, Colton McKivitz is the guy. Let's go back and watch his most recent start. It was against the Rams last year. I think it was week 4. And Trent Williams is out. Colton McKivitz plays left tackle. What do the Rams do? They put Aaron Donald over him like almost every single play. Guess what Aaron Donald did? 0 pressures, 0 hits, 0 anything. Colton McKivitz not only shut his ass down, pissed him off like 4 or 5 times after the snap.
What the hell is that shit?
So there we go. Like
0 pressures?
He played very, very well. Now they were chipping to his side, but Colton McKivitz held his own. It was left tackle. He's going to be right tackle now, but they thought they could exploit that weakness, and McKivitz wasn't having it.
All right. I like that. I like that a lot. There are 2 number 4s. Nope, there's one number. There are 2 number 4s. One is a rookie. His name is Jake Moody. He will be wearing number 4. Any other good number 4s?
There's a lot. Actually.
There's a bunch of them, and let's go.
I'm going to stick with my 1994 theme. Doug Bryan. He was only around for a little bit, but Doug Bryan, the kicker, wasn't the best. There's a lot of really good number 4s. I could have won a lot more, but I'm sticking with the 94 theme.
So, I mean, I'm going to go to 2004, and I feel like he's the best damn punter in football.
Still fucking punting.
He's still punting, and he's like 90.
He's done now. I think
he still was punting and netting 0 yards on his punts. Like, Andy Lee was the greatest number 4 of all time, in my opinion. And the Niners, it was just that year they didn't want to sign a free agent. They signed him as in the free agency, so then we ended up drafting a little later. We had Brandy Pinion, and then we ended up drafting.
Anyway, I'm staying away from that one. Phil Dawson, Manuel Mosley was 4.
Mosley, yeah. 4 got him hurt, so I'm mad. So he shouldn't have never switched.
I thought that was so clean though, because all of them switched.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was fire. Also, are we talking about Demo at any point in this?
Yeah, so that's the next part of the segment. I'm sorry, we're getting through the rookies now because it's rookie mini camp, and there's a method to the madness. We building up. Y'all better be ready to rock. We here for a little bit. I can tell you that right now. We here for a little bit. Matter of fact,
Friday, man.
Take a quick pause and go subscribe and like the channels. Go do it right now. All right, we're almost there. All right. Number 51, Mariano Sori-Marin. 51. There's one player that comes to my mind from that 94 season, but who you rocking with?
Oh, this is a rough one. Yeah, so you're going 94. I'll go elsewhere. Let's go, man. Randy Cross.
Yes.
Yeah, incredible, amazing. And so I got to go. There's a lot of good names that we could talk about here, though.
There are. I mean, if you want to go recent, you can go Aziz Al-Shaair. I
Yep.
know a lot of people
Love
will forever remember him. I like how you went nostalgic with Randy Cross. I thought that was spot on. Dude, I'm going to that 1994 season, and I know we got him from the Cowboys, and I don't care, but
baby.
Ken Norton Jr. came in knocking cats out, baby. Knocking them out. What a great acquisition and free agency for us. The Ken Norton Jr. piece added to the team. That was my guy. Can't stand him now, but loved him that year.
We've got a lot of really good linebackers from free agency. Some not so good. We got Takeo Spikes. He wore that as well. You remember No Neck?
No neck.
Like this.
He looked like he was wearing the Legion of Doom shoulder pads all the time.
Yeah, he did. He was a mean man. And then also one that didn't work out recently, Malcolm Smith. I think one of the worst.
He tore his pectoral muscle.
We paid him top of the market after not being good and just
he couldn't get back right after tearing that pec, bro.
Yeah. And it's funny because like a lot of people cite the D Ford trade, whatever they're like anti-Shanahan people. And I'm always like in the back of my mind, like, why don't you say Malcolm Smith? That's way more incriminating. But I never say it. But like, I don't understand why people aren't more upset at that signing. That was a ridiculous contract to start before he got injured, but then he just never even played.
Yeah. Let's keep it moving.
Get somebody awesome. Did we mess up?
I don't think we messed up. I'm just putting out some things. I think that was how you're going to have the great Joe Jerry Roger and not have an offensive lineman in the Hall of Fame. So is Randy Cross not in the Hall of Fame? Is that what the thing is?
I don't think that he is in the NFL Hall of Fame.
But he's in the Niners shrine, right?
And so again, let's just real quick, if you don't mind. 3-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time Pro Bowler. He had 2 numbers. He played 62 for his rookie year, then switched to 51. Now, he played a long time for the 49ers, from 76 all the way to 88. Incredible. Now, he was so similar to Joe Staley, and the fact that he was never like that first team All-Pro consistently. He was second team All-Pro almost unanimously every freaking year. But, you look at his metrics, the Pro Football Reference Hall of Fame number that they ascribe to every player, 105 is average for a Hall of Fame guard. He's at 53.
Wow.
And so I would argue he was kind of a victim of circumstance in the fact that he finished second team once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. 8 times he finishes a second teamer. And that's just kind of the way it goes. I go back and I say this about Patrick Willis, who will get in. He would have been a 6-time first team All-Pro. He missed it by 1 vote his second year. And that 1 vote is enough to keep him out currently.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, I know, tangent. My bad.
No. This is the part of this is the nostalgic part that I really love. Sometimes we just need a little history lesson, and things, I know things, and it's cool when we come together. Spencer Wage, 69. That will be the number that he's wearing.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm curious to know who you're going to go with, though.
I'm not going McGlinchey. I'm skipping over it. I don't want to play with that one.
I can't tell you any of these other people, John.
I can, because with the number like 69, do you know what name goes well with that one?
I didn't know that's what you're going to say, but I definitely knew what 69 was.
Peoples wore number 69. Woody Peoples. That's a real name of a real player.
Do you even know who Woody Peoples is?
I know that he wore 69. I know that he played in 1969, and I know his name is Woody. And I'm just saying, I had no choice. I had no choice.
Well, okay. Well, I'll go with the other 69 that stayed on his ass all the time. So we'll keep it moving. Number 9, Braden Willis. Number 9.
I like this because he wore that in high school. He's turned into probably my favorite player in this draft class. And he goes to OU. I'm a Longhorn. I hate OU with the passion. I love this kid. I love the way he plays. Adam Peters came out and said he's one of 2 golden helmet players that they drafted. Excited about him. Not a lot of players have wore 9 for the 49ers. In fact, only 6 players in our history of our franchise have wore number 9. I'll go with Phil Dawson.
Nice.
He's changed his number a couple times. I'll leave you the layup.
Okay, the layup. I got to go with Robbie Gould, despite he's
Not even
kind of like how he did the team. I don't think it was a sorrow. He's a free agent. He's he's putting himself out there. And a lot of people. I like Robbie Gould, but right now he's looking for a contract. He's looking to get paid. This is probably the end of his career, and he's trying to get on a team.
Kickoffs. He didn't want to do kickoffs.
No,
and he had to because Mitch can't do it here, so it wasn't a good fit anymore.
No. I agree with that. Speaking of that, VZ408, shout out to one of our Breezy Bunch members. He says, I bet y'all can't hit that like button. All right. Make sure you guys hit that like button, all right? All right, so we got a couple of more rookie numbers. Guys, you got to get to know the rookies because they're going to be wearing these numbers. On top of that, we're giving you some history just in case you didn't know. Like some of the other guys. D. Winters, number 53. John, who are you picking at 53? And it better not be Bill Romanowski.
Oh, if that's what if you're gonna challenge me like that, I'm going the greatest. I get partial here, okay? Because Patrick Willis was like my favorite ever. And I will die on this hill, okay? And again, hear me out. This is a little bit blasphemous, but I don't care because I believe in this. NaVorro Bowman, at the height of his career, it was very short, was better than Patrick Willis was at any point in his career. Now, Patrick
Hold
Willis
up.
What the hell is that shit?
Hold up.
What the hell is that shit?
You got it.
Allow me. I'm telling you, Patrick Willis came into the NFL and was the best linebacker day one. 9.8 all the way. The most steady, consistent linebacker. But there was a window where NaVorro Bowman was playing superior than, I'm telling you, it was a small peak. Patrick Willis is a better player consistently, but there was a window where Bowman was just unbelievable. It was small. I don't care what other people say.
Well,
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you.
Hear me out. Love NaVorro Bowman.
This is my take.
Your take is spot on. Make sure we clip this part right here. We're gonna tag him in it too.
I love both of them, but I'm telling you, Bowman had that window where it was just.
Well, how small was the damn window? Because even with Patrick Willis' feet being effed up, I just don't remember him declining. So I'm trying to figure out where's this window.
No, he was at 9.8 the whole entire career.
Okay, understood.
Bowman had a spike where he was 10.0. I'm telling you, man.
Kylie's like, John. But you know what, and you know what, John? Can I back you up just a little bit, because maybe some people just don't understand probably where you're coming from. Let me ask you this: who's the better coverage linebacker?
Bowman, I think, could have been a little more.
Hold on, John. I got something for you.
Yay!
Bowman was the better coverage linebacker. Hence, pick at the stick, and the return as well. I mean, it wasn't tipped by him, but he was there to receive the ball. His reflexes were on point. And that's not the only reason why. He was just better in coverage, but he also was there in the tackling game. I think he might have been a better athlete than Patrick Willis, but Patrick Willis was just a better overall linebacker.
Better. Oh, yeah. Better body, faster, physical, bigger hits, all those things. And again, this is not an anti-Willis take. Not at all. I love these two. I love my children. I love them so much. The first, all the jerseys I have are linebackers, right?
Yes.
Jason says, that's fine. That's cool. And I like that people disagree. I'm just telling you right now, this dude was 2011. That was the year. 2011. Wow. Man, he was fun. You look at his stats, right? Let's see here. Overall, 3-time Pro Bowl, 4-time All-Pro. That's Bowman. I don't think that he's a better player overall than Patrick Willis. I'm just saying there was a window with both of them where it was just all right, this is incredible, the linebacker play that was happening. So
I agree. Jason wants to know what's in your cup. I told him that's that lean. Yep.
This is half decaf, half regular with caramel macchiato little creamer from Starbucks because I'm about that life.
Wow. Now, guys, thank you for the contributions. I see them coming in. I don't want you to feel like we're bypassing them. What we're doing is starring them. We're going to do a special segment where we go back and read your statements and answer your questions if you have a super chat contribution. So we appreciate you. All right. We're almost done with the rookie segment. 41, Shay Wyatt. I'm sorry, 41. I'm stuck on 94. So
Okay,
Toy Cook would be my guy.
So for 41?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Who is your guy?
Toy Cook. We got him from the Saints.
I'm going with one of the best guys ever to wear this jersey, Jordan Mason.
He started in 41.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me so much.
No, he started in 41. He's currently 24, but he started in the 4-1.
It's on my list.
What number did Mosley start in?
Mosley was 41.
41, right?
Yeah, he was 2018 to 2020. Some other names: Taylor Hawkins, Jordan Mason, Tony Jefferson. You remember whenever he was there for
wait a minute. Was Tony Jefferson the idiot that said,
Yep.
Okay, you didn't have to. Okay, gotcha. Well, William Floyd was 40. He was 40, Oscar.
He was 40. What about this name? Anton Bethea.
How can we forget Bethea? He was a perfect fit at safety position for the 49ers, and he was old as dirt and still played at a high level. Actually, that's kind of the level of play we're getting from Tashawn Gibson right now.
Very similar careers.
Wow. I can't believe we forgot Antoine Bethea. Then he went on and played after he left San Francisco. Crazy. Yeah, and that's it. Those are your rookies, guys, because we did 36 already. All right, so
I don't want to stop. I want to keep going.
Oh man, we got to get to the number changes of this year, John. And so you mentioned that earlier, and then we're going to get to the schedule, and we'll be done. But yeah, guys, there's several number changes. All right, and I'm just trying to figure out where I put them in my thing. Here we go. So new numbers: Diamo Lenore switched to 2, Jason Poe to 51, Brandon Allen to number 4. Austin Bryant, defensive end, to number 56. Chris Conley, wide receiver, to 17. John Feliciano, offensive lineman, 55. Zane Gonzalez is Jimmy Garoppolo this year. Isaiah Oliver is 22 special. Matt Pryor is 75, John.
I like it. I ain't even mad at that.
What's your favorite number change of this season?
2. 38 was rough. It was rough.
It looked ugly.
With it. 2 is clean. 2 is such a clean number, man.
There's no number 1, John.
There's no 0. There's no number 1.
I'm interesting that no one wanted to take Jimmy Ward's number.
Yeah.
Because that 1, 2, 3, 4, that's clean. Now, Jason Verrett did switch to number 2. And he didn't see much of the field when he switched to number 2 either.
No, he got injured. But I will say this. Number 2 is like one of my favorite numbers of all time. One of my least favorite. This is the antithesis to what we've doing. My least favorite 49er probably of all time. Blaine Gabbert wore it.
He did wear number 2.
I hated that. So Colt McCoy wore it with us. I like Colt McCoy when he was. I like Colt McCoy now.
McCoy, he didn't do that well.
No, he didn't.
Guys, what's your favorite number out there while John is continuing to talk? Favorite number change as they scroll across the screen. I'll pop them up here on the screen, all right?
I like Colt McCoy as a quarterback 3. The Cardinals are using him as a quarterback 2 for several years. But I like the number 2. I really, really did. Brian Hoyer wore it. David Akers, he had some good years with us. That was fun. The all-name team, Ralph Mojicjenko. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I pronounced that correct. And Ricky Schmidt.
Ricky, I like Schmidt. Schmidt, like Mike Schmidt. Schmidt's just a dope ass last name. I'm sorry. I don't know what nationality that represents or whatever, but I just like to say Schmidt because it's almost like saying. But I do like the Diamo.
German. I just looked it up. It's South German, meaning Black German. Smith. There we go.
All right. That's what it means?
Yeah, blacksmith.
That's kind of dope.
Yep.
Schmidt. So they put it together instead of saying you blacksmith, you're just a Schmidt. Love it. Love it. Look, and so these are some of the number changes you got. I wonder how they're gonna stay. Zane Gonzalez probably won't make this roster, so 10 will still be available. Matt Pryor, who else wore 75? Was that Harris Barton?
Ooh, good one. There's a lot of 75s.
Give me
Alex
some.
Boone, Kevin
Bill
Fagan.
Boone. Duh.
There we go. Alex Balducci, you remember him? Forrest Blue. We've got let's see.
I think Barton was
here.
77 now that I
Laken
think about it.
Tomlinson.
How can we forget Lakin and how can I forget Alex Boone?
Jordan Willis was 75 when we first got him.
He
before
was. He was.
I'm not seeing Alex Boone was probably the biggest one though.
The biggest one. Yeah. And then most recent would be Lakin Tomlinson.
Laken was for real.
Yeah. But I think Barton was 77. Now that I
Jordan
think about
Willis, yeah, he's got it on there. There we go.
it. Yeah.
Good call,
Jordan
Kenneth.
Willis. All right, let's get to the schedule, John, because everybody's excited. Again, last night I couldn't be as excited as everybody else. I do apologize if you didn't hear from Breezy as much as you thought you would. I did try to jump on with my man Aaron and Raj last night. They said I looked like a zombie last night, John. I was trying to tell them that it is what
Wayne
it
is level 10 all the time. But when that tank gets empty, he goes from 10 to like
one.
Yeah, quick. Get out of his way. That's all I'm telling everybody. Like it's over. The Wayne show's over whenever that happens.
Oh my gosh, that's so dope. It just means I need to recharge. That's all.
There's nothing wrong with it, man. You're human.
And the next time you take pictures when I'm asleep, bro, I promise you, I'm releasing all the videos, bro. All the videos.
It wasn't a bad picture, man. It wasn't.
Bro,
like
you had me with my mouth open, bro. I was sleep hard on that bus. That
the
was
funny
crucial.
thing is, it got like a ridiculous amount of traction. Like it was ridiculous. I felt bad.
No, you didn't.
I don't feel bad.
No,
at all.
you did. John, the 49ers have 5 primetime games. 5 primetime games. We'll go through the primetime games first, and then we'll go through the schedule and do a prediction and get up out of here. That's cool?
Awesome. I love this.
All right.
This is a
So
great show, Wayne. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. So now, before we get into the 5 primetime games, there are 4 teams that got 6. So I'm curious to know, are you upset that the 49ers weren't granted the 6 primetime games? Dallas, Kansas City, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Buffalo Bills all got 6 primetime games.
I'm not upset, especially whenever I look at the games that aren't primetime, because I feel like several of the biggest games on the schedule aren't primetime games. And so the number one game of the NFC this year, the entire NFC, is 49ers at Eagles week 13, not a primetime game. And so like they have to throw. I listened to an awesome podcast, Peter Schrager. I think it's called The Season or whatever. He had the guy that makes the schedule on. It was like yesterday's podcast, whatever. It was really, really good. And so like he talks about all there, like, we cannot make every great game a primetime game. We just can't do it because then CBS and Fox get screwed over. So you have to make it a zero-sum game where somebody is losing, somebody's winning type of thing. And it makes sense. The 49ers have a great schedule, and I don't want more primetime games, if I'm going to be honest, especially with us traveling and doing all this stuff. Primetime games are a whole nother animal. The time clock's all messed up. Flying in and out's different. I actually like the schedule. The travel's a little much, but I think this is a very favorable schedule.
Number 2, right? Number 2, as far as logged hours of travel time, I believe it's 29,000. Let me see if I have it right here in front of me. We're number 2. We're Seahawks are 1, 49ers are number 2, 29,958 miles. That's the total mileage for the travel for this season, which makes the schedule a lot complicated. I don't think people will understand.
It's the hardest part.
Yeah. I mean,
because you have 5 separate trips to the Eastern time zone, 5 separate trips. That doesn't count, where you go to Cleveland and the Vikings. Like that's 1, right? But you're going from California to Eastern time zone 5 separate times. That's a lot. Last year they did it twice. So like That's a lot of miles. That's a lot of miles. That's the most difficult part of this schedule is just how much time they're going to be flying back and forth. And it's the time clock. You know what it's like whenever you get off that plane and you just got to readjust and all that stuff. It's difficult to do. It's very difficult to do.
Yep. First thing I do, I need to eat. That's the first thing. When I get off the airplane, I'm switching time zones. I need to get some food, regain some of that energy, and then I'm good to go. Like I'm pretty good to go until I crash. But yeah, that travel is going to be crucial. Primetime games, we have 5 of them. Here are the other teams with the primetime games: the Giants, Green Bay, Philly, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Vikings. They all share the 5 primetime games. We play some of them on primetime. Let's start with the first one. We got the New York Giants. We'll play them on primetime. Now, the Eagles isn't a primetime game. You said you're okay with that game not being primetime, but shouldn't that game be primetime? And is week 13 too early to flex?
Yeah, it's too early to flex. They won't allow that game to be flexed because of the network. Like they fought for that game. That's a paramount. Like, look, here's your biggest game of the year. Shut up. Like, that's the idea. Because I think it's on Fox.
It's on Fox, 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, baby.
Fox ain't letting that one go. I'm telling you right now. Like,
I see what you're saying. They want the ratings. They want the numbers.
And I'll guarantee you this too. There's not going to be many other games during that time that are going to have national coverage outside of local zones. Like, that's going to be on probably 90% of TVs in the country. That's
Understood.
Going to be
Understood. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the full schedule. Week 1, Steelers away. We're not going to tell you which games we're going to be and contending there and attending for the 49ers rush as of yet. But stay tuned. We'll do a special release on which games we're going to be so you guys can get ready. Because if you're going to be attending any type of event for the 49ers, you're going to want to be at the 49ers Rush road trip. All right. And I promise you, the experience is like none other. First, you get to meet the great John Chapman, and then you get to slap high fives with your boy Breezy. Now, we'll talk about that as we get to it. We're going to have a meeting today with the team. John and I will be putting some stuff out very shortly. Let's go to week 1. We're in Pittsburgh, John. Week 1. 49ers are traveling all the way across the country. We win in this game?
I like this game. Pittsburgh plays great early. One of the best fan bases. It's going to be fun, man. Young quarterbacks on young quarterbacks. Whether it's Trey or whether Brock's back or whatever, again, it's going to be fun. I think that this game, though, I love their coaching. I love that this is a road game to start the season. I don't want the late Pittsburgh road game. So I got the Niners winning this one.
I do. I have a start at 1-0. It's going to be tough because you're dealing with Mike Tomlin and the crew, right? You're dealing with a great defense. I think people are sleeping on Pittsburgh's defense. You guys just haven't heard from the Watt brother due to injury. He will be back.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great game. Expect everybody to be healthy as of right now. And it's going to be a lot closer than you think. There are going to be 2 young quarterbacks potentially playing. I mean, Kenny Pickett will be his 2nd year. Trey Lance will be going into his 3rd year. Or Sam Darnold will be going into his, 6th year, 5th year? So it's going to be interesting to see how it happens. And there's a slight possibility that Brock Purdy may be starting week 1, too, after listening to what I heard. So anyway, I got us as a win. Let's go to week 2. We're on the road again. Now we got to go all the way back across the country, John. I'm going to do right. We go back to Cali.
Yeah, this is big at the Rams, which is basically a home game. Niners fans going to show out to that one. Let's just be honest. I got this one as a hardcore win. I do not believe in the Rams, but their most dangerous time is going to be early in the season because they have 0 depth and 0 top end talent. They got 3 guys on that team. That's it. I got this as a big win.
2-0, guys. We're starting the season off. We should be starting the season off 2-0. I can't wait to see where we differ. Week 3, we're at home. All right. So week 3, week 4, we're at home. This is a primetime game, Thursday night football. We were one of the teams with 2 Thursday night football games. They made the new rule. 49ers, of course, gets the rule in their favor. I don't know if they wanted that, but that's what they're going to get.
I would be willing to bet Shanahan said, you know what, we'll take 2 Thursday games because he uses that mini buy stuff all the time. Like he uses the mini buy. It's tough on the front end, but that 11 days off is nice. And
you winning with the ding
now
dings,
you
bro.
have a spot this is where Brock Purdy could return right here.
Yeah,
It
because
kinda
you
makes
have the
sense.
time.
Kinda makes sense.
I like that. I like that a lot. Really, really good way to look at it. Win or lose.
I got this one. I had to put a loss early. Niners just struggle early. I put a loss here, even though I don't like it. Niners are going to be favored in every game, probably except for Philly. But they mix up one game every year early.
They struggle against the
You
Giants.
remember week
always
3
do.
last year was Denver. You remember that crap?
I do remember, but that was on the road.
It was on the road. I got this as a loss. I don't like it, but I had to put a loss somewhere, and I couldn't do it versus the Rams. Couldn't do it week 4. I had to put a loss in here early, but they should
Okay.
win it. But I'm trying to be cautious here.
Understood. Look, the Giants play the 49ers tough every time. It doesn't matter who's on their team. Doesn't matter who's their quarterback. They play us tough. I have us as a win here. So I have us starting 3-0. You have us at 2-1. I'm not going to remember after this. The too many numbers.
I got all mine.
Week 4. We're still at home. We got 3 home games in a row. Week 4, Cardinals.
Yeah, that's easiest game on the schedule. At home versus Cardinals, easiest game on the schedule.
Easy,
Besides
so
the
we're-
divisional game.
We're moving on 4-0. I'm 4-0. You're 3-1. Week 5, Sunday Night Football, Dallas Cowboys,
Blowout.
5-0. Easily.
Blowout.
Hey, listen, I expect that quarterback named Dak to throw 5 interceptions in this game.
Yeah. Terrible. I just no respect. I do not. Yeah. I'm betting
right.
big on that game. I'm just telling you right now.
I don't know how to. You're going to teach me how to bet this year because I need some
All
more
right.
money. All right.
Hey,
here
I
we
got
go.
you.
All right, here we go. We're on to week 6, John. All right, we're back on the road. We're going back across the country to the East Coast. We're in Cleveland.
This one's interesting. Cleveland's such a wild card. They could be great. They could be bad. Like, I don't know what to do with them. I do have a win here. I think that we match up better. They still are lacking a lot of depth. But again, with Watson, who knows what you're going to get. But I have a win here.
Okay, we got some wins. This is a win for me too. I have us starting off the season at 6-0, John. That means the 49ers are hot.
If they're 6-0, then there's going to be – I love it. What do you do at the quarterback position? You know
I
what
don't know. I
You
don't
make a
know.
change. Can't – yeah, don't
Well, I
change
mean,
sportsmanship.
Brock could be starting week 1. I mean,
Could be.
there might not be any setbacks, and he might be good to go. I mean, he's throwing the towel very hard right now, so there's a possibility he can go. All right, John, let's keep it moving, man. I love this so much. All right, we're on to week 7.
You mean to tell me they gave us Kirk Cousins in a primetime game?
Prime time game. Why do I feel like
Is
I
allergic
know.
to that crap, man.
I
He
hear
can't
you.
win it. He can't win it. You're gonna go. This is a win for me. Easy.
this is my first loss.
Okay.
I feel like
You're betting on Kirk Cousins in primetime.
I'm betting on somebody else making a play and making it happen, and or us blowing the game. How about that? That's kind of like what's going to happen in this game.
It's gonna happen at some point this year. It happens every single year. There's no doubt about it.
Look,
Yeah.
Kirk is because he has 3 wide receivers right now. Like, I'm not saying we can't defend him. I don't know about their running back situation. I don't know what's going on with Dalvin Cook. Apparently, they're trying to move on from him. But for some reason, on the road, the only reason why I have us losing this game is because we're going to be back-to-back on the road. So we're flying to Cleveland and go all the way back to like that Midwest.
I think they're going to stay.
That's what people were saying. Yeah. That it would make sense. But again, this is going to be a tough game. I don't think it's going to be easy. But you are right. He's 100% doo-doo under the lights.
He's scared, man.
I know people are looking at me like I'm crazy. I get it, Avion. Trust me, I get it. I just feel like this is the one game, and it's okay because we're gonna lose at some point. Like at some point, I don't have us going undefeated. So this is my game. John picked the earlier game. I feel like the 49ers start hot, and then they do something silly like a penalty flag or something that happens, and next thing you know, they take the win. All right, let's go to was that week 8?
That was 7. Now we're at the Bengals.
All right, now we're at the Bengals. So I have back-to-back losses, John.
I got a loss here too. Just back-to-back road trips coming home versus the Bengals. The good news is they got to travel far, but yeah, that's a rough game. This might be the toughest situational game that the Niners have on the schedule, even though it's at home. Just because back-to-back road games, staying away, all that stuff. You do have a bye week next week, but I've got us having our second loss there.
Yeah, I have us. So you are 6. So now we're both the same record. We're both 6-2. So we both got to 6-2 at the bye, John.
But now remember, last 2 years, 3-4 and a 3-5 record, right?
This is we're changing up the trajectory, John. The shit's changing. Yeah, I think the coaches know they got to start hotter. They got to be more cohesive. I don't think the offensive line is as bad as it was starting last year. We had too many new pieces last year in the offensive line. This year's only one really new piece that you're going to be kind of like putting into the fizzle, the equation and things like that. So I'm looking at it like that. I feel like the defense is stacked. We just need to see is the defense going to be more aggressive, how that's going to work. Does it come back and bite them in the butt? We don't know. But I have us starting hot. And having a couple of those humble games in between, right? So yeah, I have us losing to the Vikings. I know people don't like it. I don't like it either. But that's who I have us losing to. All right. Notice how we lost one. I got us one loss on the road in Minnesota, one loss at home so far against the Bengals. John, bye week 9, week 10, Jags. We going to Florida, baby. Let's go. Win.
I like this game. The battle of Trent Baalke's Black Soul. I got us winning that one, man. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun game.
That's a dub. Week 10. We're on the week 11, guys. Week 11. We're back at home. So we go from one Florida team on the road to another Florida team at home. Baker Mayfield is going to get so sacked into the ground in this game. I'm going to enjoy it. He just can't beat the 49ers. I don't care who he plays with. So I have us as a dub here, John. What are your thoughts?
I think this is the second easiest game on the schedule. Yeah, I have no respect for this team. This same team you put up 35 points. It was 35-0 last year with Tom Brady. Now you're going to, Baker Mayfield. Nah, I'm good.
I like that.
I'm good.
Hey, Bobby Terry John says, I live in Tampa area, never been on a rush road trip. So I'll be in Jacksonville. What should I expect?
We're going
to
just stay tuned, baby. Stay tuned.
I didn't think John was going to be able to hold that in. I thought it was going to. Yeah, I thought you were going to release it. But guys, stay tuned. I promise you, we're working on a promo. You're going to love it. All right.
49ersrushroadtrip.com. That's where all the details will be.
49ersrushroadtrip.com. Week 12, Thanksgiving, John. It's Thanksgiving, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do it because the family.
It's the most important game of the year.
It's the most important time of the year, too.
Yeah, it's my favorite day of the year.
Oh, my gosh.
If I could pick one game for the 49ers to win, this is it. The divisional, not the Eagles game, this game.
I think for me, for health purposes, I probably want to be in Seattle. I won't eat as much. If I stay home, I'm eating all the macaroni. I'm eating all the collard greens. I'm eating all the pig feet. I'm eating all the. I don't even want turkey. I want Seahawk for Thanksgiving. I don't know about you. Yeah,
I like that.
You got us winning here.
I do have us winning this game. I have us winning the game on the road.
That's funny. I have us winning the game. I already know where you're going with this, John. We didn't even talk. People don't realize we don't talk until it's showtime. That doesn't mean we're not friends. It just means we're busy as hell.
We're friends.
This is the one I have us winning. So I guess you know what's going to happen 2 weeks later. I'm assuming they kind of know that. Week 13 on the road in Philly. John,
I got us losing this one.
Oh, but I felt like I had us losing this one too.
Not because I think the Eagles are better or anything like that.
It's just the
now,
trip.
I will say this. The Eagles, like we talk about, like the Niners have Seahawks, which is just awful. You look at the stretch that the Eagles got.
It's tough.
That's one of the things that makes me want to change. Listen to this. They have Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, Seahawks, Giants all in a row.
They got a gauntlet. That's a gauntlet.
That's
a gauntlet. Hey, and I'm here for it. That's why we got to beat them. Yeah. I feel like I don't have us losing to the Eagles. I can't remember who I had us lose. It's not the Eagles. Okay. I don't think I have us losing to the Eagles. I think I had us beating the Eagles last night. I could have been asleep and said some dumb shit, but I think I had us beating the Eagles. So I'm going to go with the win here.
I like it.
You're at your third loss already.
I got three.
All right.
Now, then we go back. Seattle comes to us. And again, listen to Seattle's. Like, again, we got it tough. Listen to Seattle's schedule. They got 49ers, Cowboys, 49ers, Eagles.
It's another gauntlet.
Like, all three teams that
I
are
thought ours
fighting
was
for
bad.
this.
I have us, but I have us losing this game, John, at home.
I do. I'm not picking us to lose to Seattle this year.
Really?
So I got to win here. I just don't think they match up well with us.
I
really
just
don't.
feel like this is one of those games where it's toward the end of the season and we kind of like just do something dumb.
Yeah, it's going to happen at one of these games. There's no doubt about it.
I have us losing one game in the division, so I have us going 5-1. So you guys know kind of like where that is. I think Seattle. I don't want them to win. This is the game. I had us losing to a bird, and it's not the damn Eagles. I think that was my thing. So the only bird we lose to, unfortunately,
Not only are they Eagles, they are damn Eagles.
they're the damn Eagles. All right. Where are we at?
Arizona
win.
win.
Yeah.
Win.
Are we on week 17 now with the Commanders?
Week 16 with the Ravens.
That's
night.
another tough one.
I got an L on that one. Christmas.
I
night.
think that's my third loss. That's my fourth loss. That's my fourth loss because I'm at 3. I have us losing to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
People are mad at me though.
I think Lamar Jackson might be my favorite for MVP.
I think I'm drafting him first in fantasy football I don't give a fuck if I got the first pick. No, I'm lying. But seriously, I think he's going to be the quarterback that I think I want this year. Don't tell anybody else.
Look at that, 5 birds in a row, man. That is hilarious.
Isn't that crazy? So I have us losing 4 games. I have us winning the rest. We beat the Cardinals. We beat the Commanders. We beat the
Rams. I have us losing to the Commanders. I have
so
like
you have
one
us
of those.
with 5 losses.
Yeah, I got 12-5, beating the Rams.
Ooh.
But yeah, whether it's the Commanders or another game, like there's the Falcons game last year. You remember the freaking
But that was
Auburn-led
earlier.
Commanders?
We beat the snot out of the.
That's true.
Tell
There's
me
gonna
who-
be a mix-up somewhere.
Who's the quarterback for the Commanders, John?
Yeah, that's a good question. That
Sam Howlett, is that his name?
There'll
How art
be-
that name?
there'll
How
be a
art that?
change at some point, but yeah.
Who
like,
else is not even on their roster?
I think they have a what's it called? They
Did they-
have a quarterback behind him.
Really?
Yeah,
Anyway.
give me a sec.
I don't have us losing that damn game.
I've got us losing one game that's just gonna be weird. Jacoby Brissett. That's who they got.
Oh, okay. They got Brissett. Nah. All right, guys. Schedule predictions. We got 13-4. We got 16-1.
I like that. I got 12-5.
10-7 from Rich. I got 13-4. I'm with Collie. Jack says 17-0.
Simple.
Easy.
Pin
Like,
it. Pin
that's
it.
the way it needs to be. 14-3. First 14-3 I think I've seen.
Vegas has us the over/under at 10.5 wins. We have the most projected wins at 10.5.
Wow.
But yeah, so a lot of you guys need to go put your money in. If you think they're going to clear it by 2.5 games, man, there we go. Go get it. Go get it.
I love some of these record predictions. I think they're going to be, and listen, the Eagles had a crazy ass run, but they also had a crazy easy to me last year. Their schedule was super easy.
Not this year, it ain't.
No. And so when people see them that they kind of like went 14-0 before they like lost a game or something like that, I can't remember what it was, didn't really follow them much. But when they was undefeated for like a bunch of straight weeks, I mean, look at their schedule. Like it was highly favored for them to not lose.
They didn't play against like a starting quarterback for I think it was like 2.5 months straight.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, they went 8-0 to start. They lost to the Commanders. And yeah, but yeah, I mean they played some bad teams, but
So-
they still won their games. Like Philly was great last year. They're
They
going to
were
be good
great
this
team.
year.
They were a great team. I'm
But they
curious
have
to
the
know
toughest schedule this year. number one.
from Jack. She said she was right. She has faith. She was right last year. So last year you predicted us to go 14-3. I'm just curious because I'm trying to see why now the 17-0,
we went
I just-
13-4 last year, right?
13-4. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
So I want to know if she guessed that last year. We'll find out. Anyway, John, let's get to some super chats, and then we'll get up out of
Yes.
here. Right? All right. It's super chat segment time. All right. One of my favorite parts of the show. Usually, I do them read one very early at the beginning of the show, but we save them for the end of the show. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. Jack says the best 2 people to do this ish. You guys are dope. John, I'm ready for the road trip, period. Let's go, my
I'm
49ers.
excited for meet Jacqueline. I'm excited to hang out. The positivity comes across in social media and, when we're on here. So that's my type of people. So I'm excited.
This is a funny one, John. You ready for this one? So Sean says, John, does your wife know you relapse?
That had to be after the Navarro Bowman.
Navarro Bowman, Patrick Willis comment, John. Yeah.
I don't think that's too big of a hot take, but I have not relapsed because I'm still on the wagon, baby. I'm still rolling, man. I'm still rolling.
Too funny. Peachy's in the building. Shout out to Peachy. She says, busy doing enrollments at work, but got to shout out the family today. So excited about this season. Take 6 mentality begins now. Be sure and keep it tuned into 2 of the best content creators on the planet for all of your news. Hashtag BB. Let's go. Let's go. And last but not least, Jax Knox sends her love to the Jordan Mason because John is a Jordan Mason fanatic.
Truther. I'm a truther.
And Peachy is a fanatic. So when these two get together and start talking about Jordan Mason, I do the Homer Simpson and I just kind of, go back into the book. But listen, I can't wait to camp, John. Yeah. I can't wait to camp, bro. I can't. And the reason why, when I look at that running backs room, John, who's not going to make the squad?
If you don't, the thing is, Jordan Mason would get claimed by probably 10 teams if you let him go. He's got too much good tape out there. TDP, I don't know, maybe. It's rough, man. It's unless there's an injury, you're not keeping all these guys.
Wow. All right, let's end with the poll question. Then John's going to take us home. He's going to do it every Friday. If this year's 49ers schedule is better or worse than last season? And John, what is your take on it first before I read the results?
This is a much better schedule. Not traveling wise, but team wise and matchup wise. Yes.
I like it. It's definitely in favor of the Niners to kind of go 17-0. I think travel hurts them a little bit. I think it hurts them a tad bit, which is why I only have 4 losses. And if you look at the ones we picked losses, John picked 5 losses. It's due to a lot of the travel back and forth. It's really east to west. There's no middle, except for the Minnesota game.
It really is, man. It's a bad. But our home games, like they're travel games too, right? New York Giants, we didn't have to go there. Dallas, we didn't have to go there. Cincy, we didn't have to go there. Tampa Bay, we didn't have to go. Like Ravens, like this schedule is going to be screwed. Anytime you have against the AFC, North, which is mostly East, really, to be honest with you, like it's just hard being a coastal team in the NFL. It's just difficult.
Poll question: the results are in, and 57%. Round of applause to everybody that participated as well. Said that the schedule is better this year for our team. It's definitely more in favor for our team. Guys, what a great show. Before I let John take us out, I wanted to shout out everybody for tuning in. We got both networks are peaking. We have a great number from both networks.
Oh, I can't see the numbers. I don't even know what's happening.
Right. So it's doing really well. Again, if you are watching on the Wayne Breezy channel and you're not subscribe to the John Chapman channel or 49ers Rush, it's in the link of the description of the show. You'll see the @ symbol. All you gotta do is click on it. All right, please go subscribe to John's channel and vice versa. If you guys are watching on the John's channel and you're not subscribed to the Breezy's joint, make sure you do the same thing. Also, we're giving away that Elijah Mitchell at 3K. We're about 44 subs away last time I checked, unless people unsubbed. But that's where we are. Can't wait to give that away. John, take us home, baby.
Dude, this was awesome. I like the mix of past and future and present and all those things in here. Wayne, you crushed it. Absolutely great show. The community's incredible. So excited. And we got a super chat going out. What's up, Sean?
You read this one, bro.
He says, you guys think TP runs this year or we flush him? Give me a sermon.
I like this. This is how dope is this statement?
Yeah, give me a sermon.
Okay, guys. So for those that are new to the 49ers brand, if you don't know what happened, Trey Sermon was drafted with a 3rd round draft pick. It was a comp pick, okay? He was drafted, though, in the 3rd round, and the 49ers decided last season to move on. They didn't trade him. Nobody probably wanted him, and they cut him. They let him go. So
He's carried
Sean's
on the Eagles depth chart. He didn't make an appearance last year for them either.
see. So the 49ers, I think it's okay. I mean, John, all draft picks aren't going to pan out. I mean, you want them to.
1/3 success rate in the top 3 rounds. 1/3.
Wow.
1/3.
Wow. See, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, like look at the 5th round options that were picked up this year, right? 11 out of 32 picks.
Okay.
Like, and the Niners got one of those in Brandon Ayuk. They missed one with, Kinlaw, but we got a 50% success rate in the first round, which is better than the NFL average. Still not amazing, but
what are your
it's rough
thoughts
out there
on
in these waters.
Ty Davis Price?
I don't know. I don't see it, man. I think that he makes the roster, and we'll see. But if he can't contribute in special teams like Jordan Mason can, and one of these undrafted guys shows out, that could be it. He's got to show something. And it's not like his tape he wasn't as bad as Sermon. I think he's got a much better chance of sticking around, but you got to provide value outside of. He's not getting snaps over Elijah Mitchell and CMC, so you got to be able to do something in special teams. He could not last year. That has to change.
But for some reason, John, they still had him ahead on the depth chart.
They did.
Which was confusing everybody because we were like, yo, why
I disagree with it completely.
Oh,
But yes.
absolutely. I mean, because you saw how productive it's the eye test, right? Everybody except for Wayne Breezy was trying, like, when it came to Trey Sermon, right? Everybody saw it, and I seen it. I just didn't want to believe it. I'm like, get this kid a chance. He just didn't have the burst, right? He was too hesitant getting to the hole. Too hesitant. He danced too goddamn much. Now, I'm not saying that that's TDP's situation, because to me, TDP's greatest attribute is breaking tackles in the open field. But he has to get to the open field.
He averaged 2.9 yards per carry last year.
That's the worst on our team.
It's bad. That's really bad. To put that into
Trey Lance averaged more than that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did. 4.2. Jordan Mason 6.0.
I had to throw the quarterback in there for a reason, because people are don't understand the aspect of what Trey Lance is going to bring to this game if he's able to go out there and win this job, and it's his ability to do some of those things with his legs. He averaged almost close to 5 yards a carry, which is what Kyle Shanahan wants his running backs to do. When you get Jordan Mason coming in there averaging 6.0 and he's not playing him, we're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Another show. John, take us home, baby. We'll be here all damn day.
Incredible. Thank you, guys. Excited about this year. You should be pumped to be a Niner. And until next time, as always, stay strong, faithful.